Hey guys, what's up? Happy Wednesday. All right, so yesterday you guys voted on um, why we self sabotage our weight loss. And this is a big one. It's very, very common. I see it all the time. So if this is you, don't worry, you're not alone. And there's a bunch of reasons for it. I'm going to go into one in particular today. So you ever notice you're kind of going along, you're on a weight loss journey, you're losing weight, everything's going amazing. And then for some freaking reason, there's an event or something comes up and you just, out of nowhere, it seems completely self sabotage and you eat a bag of chips or drink a bottle of wine or eat half a chocolate cake or whatever the case may be. And then a lot of times that leads into a cycle. So let's say it happens on a Friday. You're like, okay, forget it. I screwed up, throw it out the window. I might as well just go off the rails all weekend and then get back on track on Monday. Like it happens a lot. And before I get into it, I'm just going to compare this to, I did a little, what do you call it? Instagram story last week talking about this. And I'm just going to reiterate it here too, because it's important to realize that for long-term lasting weight loss, it's more than just a freaking meal plan. Like there's a lot of psychology behind it. And so as an example, like if you were at work and you accidentally sent the wrong email to a client. Like it was an email that was meant for your boss. It's got some confidential company information in it, and you accidentally send it to a client. You're like, oh crap. Like you wouldn't then say, oh well, screwed up. Might as well really screw up and send the same confidential email to like 50 other clients, right? Like you wouldn't do that. You would course correct immediately. So then why with food and weight loss don't we course correct immediately? Like, why do we, with food, say, "Oh, screw it, I'm gonna go off the rails. Like, I messed up once, might as well mess up 20 times." Like, it doesn't actually make sense. So why do we do this? So one of the reasons is, let's picture your body as a thermostat, and your thermostat is normally set at 68 degrees Fahrenheit. That's who you are. You're 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, you want to get better. You want to get at your ideal weight. You want to look and feel your best. You want to be full of energy. And so you start doing that. You start on this weight loss health journey to do that. And so slowly you go up to 70 degrees and 75 and 80 and 85 and 90, and you are looking and feeling your best. You are rocking it. You like, I've got this. And then something happens, and maybe you're on your way home from work and you're just a little bit hungry and you don't want to wait to get home to cook something, and you're like, screw it, and you go through the drive-through, and then you go off the rails like we said for the whole weekend or whatever. Reason is because you're not yet comfortable at 90, and so without realizing that we're doing it, we self-sabotage to bang 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 bring ourselves down to that 68 degrees Fahrenheit, our comfort zone. That's what we know. And it kind of seems irrational because what we know may not necessarily be in our best interests. But you know the saying, it's like better the devil you know than the devil you don't. So we unknowingly, subconsciously are bringing ourselves back down to our own comfort level, as bad as it may be for us. So how do we kind of combat that? There's a bunch of tactics you can use. I'm going to go into a little bit right here, but one of these is, first and foremost, you want to lose weight slowly. When you lose weight too quickly is when this is more likely to happen. So the more slowly you do it means you are not going to extremes, you're not crash dieting, you're not starving for days on end doing like a master cleanse, juice cleanser, whatever, right? You're doing it slowly. And when you do it slowly, it means you're instilling the habits that are necessary to get you there. When we do this day over day, slowly and surely, we get there. It takes 90 days to build a habit. So you do not want to rush this unless you want to keep in the cycle of yo-yo dieting, which I've never met a single person that wants to do that. It's horrendous. I've been there. You want to do it slowly. And as you do it slowly, you are slowly but ever so surely shifting your identity to match the woman who does these habits every day. Your results will be found in your daily habits. And slowly but surely, you're going to start shifting your identity to match the woman that you are becoming. And this woman will say such things as, instead of going to whatever one of your triggers might be, it's different for everybody, right? But let's say your trigger is going to a buffet, and your old mindset was, well, I'm paying, so I might as well get my value and eat whatever I can. That's the old person. And the old person would also say, oh my God, I'm on a diet. I can't have that. And then you're miserable and you are in a state of deprivation. The new person, the new identity would say, look at that stuff over there, the pastries and the 5 tons of bread and sauce, cream sauce, and all this. I don't really eat that kind of stuff. I'm not the type of person that does that. And this is when you start to have an identity shift. And so slowly, you're bringing yourself up from 68 degrees and you kind of go up to 70 and you stay there for a bit. You get comfortable there. This is your new set point. Then slowly, you keep doing it. And now you're up to a good, comfortable 72, 73. You stay there for a while. And then slowly and slowly, and as you are implementing the habits, as you are losing the weight, you are adjusting your own personal comfort zone, and you are bringing yourself into a new identity, because that has to become your identity if you are going to stay there. I've seen so many programs on TV where, like very obese people have surgery to lose weight very rapidly. And it's just heartbreaking and interesting when you listen to them being interviewed, because even though they will lose all this weight, they have no choice because they've gotten their stomachs shrunk to like this big. So they have no choice. But mentally, they're still a mess. Like they still feel like that obese person. Even though they might be 130 pounds, they still feel obese in their mind. And that's why it's important to do it slowly, because your mindset is going to adjust as you're going along and installing the habits to make it your lifestyle. And true change, and when you are much less likely to self-sabotage, and it happens for different people at different points. But when you get to that point that the pain of staying where you are is much greater than the pain of change, that's when you will make a permanent change. Because even though they're habits, you can instill them and it's not overturning your life, change can be uncomfortable. And it's usually that way in the beginning, and it's because it's out of your comfort zone. It's new to you. And it will get easier over time. The more you do it, the more you do it, the more you do it. So I hope that helps and maybe unravels the psychology of it a little bit. I'm not saying it's logical or makes sense, but that's how humans are wired. We are meant to stay within our comfort zone, even though it might be harmful to us and not in our best interest. So the best way to do it is block by block, do it right, do it slowly, so you're shifting your identity as you're going along to match where you're going. Oh, that makes sense. The other thing is, if you would like some actual serious strategies for weight loss specific to women at this age in perimenopause and menopause, comment below or send me a private DM with the word strategy. And I'll send you the top 3 strategies to help you lose weight in peri and menopause that you can implement slowly, so they help you as you brick by brick chip away at it and become the person that you would like to be.